Well, I'm back. Uh, yeah, I got a lot to say, so I'm trying to get a lot of material out there so that this message can be taken seriously. Uh, I I anticipate a lot of pushback. A lot of people are not going to agree with me with what I have to say. I don't believe in God anymore, and even if I did, I don't believe God is good. So if God was 100% real, if I believed with him 100% in my heart, I would believe that he's a evil bastard, because he's in charge. He sets all the rules and does everything, and everybody calls him good. But I believe they call him good out of fear, not out of genuine goodness. Um, I'm just so sick of hearing these arguments. I've been surfing the channels for all these years, since 2014. I've been surfing the YouTube and just anywhere, personal conversations, friends, strangers in the streets. I've had this conversation a couple of times already, and I just don't like the reactions that I get from them. Some people are receptive to it, but some people have very visceral, violent reactions to the fact that I don't believe anymore, or the fact that I think God is cruel. Uh, Special pleading. Like I said before, I'm gonna keep saying this in every video. I just want to remind everybody that even though these are my original thoughts, these thoughts are not original by any means. People have thought of them before, but a lot of people just don't want to talk about it, or are afraid to talk about it because this so-called love letter to the world, this Bible, it does something to people where they're willing to fall on the sword for it, and you can't even criticize it at times where people take it as a personal attack. Let me make this clear right now to everybody. I'm not attacking you personally. I'm attacking the beliefs that you hold in your head that say you should put me to death if I don't agree with what you think. That's what I'm attacking. If I had a view like that of you, I'm pretty sure you would attack that view in any way, shape, or form, and it'd be stupid of me to take it personal. This is not a personal attack on anybody. It's my wake up call to the world. I I crawled out of the matrix. I saw what's on the other side. These arguments are not new for me. You know, I've been studying it since I'm not on any academic level or anything like that, but just on a personal, seeking truth in my own way. I've been studying it since 2014. Actually, since, my entire life. Even though I never, really dug into it, but I've always held a curiosity. I've always done these little investigations and found things out. But but yeah, and like I said before, I'm not an educated man. I don't even drive. So I guess my status in society would be considered pretty low, being that I'm already up there in age. I'm not a little kid anymore. I see children all the time. Driving around and doing things that I've never really gotten around to doing, and then it's a lot of it has been a personal choice. A lot of it is just laziness. Some of it is anxiety. I got a lot of things going on in my mind, but anyway, that's not the point. But the point is, even though I'm not a so-called educated, I don't have any degrees or anything like that. Who do I have to go to confirm the words that I'm reading right in front of me? That a lot of you are gonna tell me I'm misinterpreting what it says. If I wanted to have a slave, I could go to the Bible and find instructions from my God on how to purchase slaves. Uh, Who do I have to go to interpret that properly for me? You know, when the word is saying slave, it's saying slave. It's not saying indentured servitude. It's not saying anything like that. It's not saying employee. It's not saying uh, um, it's not saying a taxpayer or anything like that. It's saying slave. Slave is property. Slave is non-autonomous. You don't have control of yourself. You don't have control of what you say or what you do. You know, sometimes even in some cases, you can break a person to a point where you can even control their thoughts. Slavery is slavery. You know that's all it is. There's no other way around it. And the Bible, maybe other religious texts out there of other religions endorse slavery. There's no way around it. There's no defending that. There's no defending that. I could be a 5-year old, and if I know how to read and I'm reading those words, it says slavery. It's slavery. You know, God, God, God gives you instructions on how to purchase slaves and how to treat them, how you can beat them, and if they get up within 2 days, you're good. But if they die, then you're gonna be held accountable. Well, like, what is that? What is that? Who do I have to speak to explain that to me? And why do I have to go to somebody to explain that to me when it's written in plain English for me to read? Why? Who's gonna tell me that what I'm reading is wrong? If what I'm reading is wrong, then words don't have meaning. Words just don't have meanings. And I know words are things that I could say hello here and hola, arrivederci, all this stuff in different languages. It all means the same thing, but it's these are words that we use to get by in the world. That they have meanings already. We're not gonna tack on extra meanings. The Bible says itself. Woe to any man that adds or subtracts to these words. The words say what they say. They mean what they mean. They're there for a reason, and nobody can tell me otherwise. And if you attempt, you're simply wrong. You are simply wrong. When it says you can purchase slaves from the nations around you, but you shall not enslave your brother. Stuff like that. You can the women and children are your property for life, and you can hand them down to your children if you're a slave owner, and all this nonsense. You know, I grew up in the hood. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. But I was born in Manhattan. I'm from New York. I'm Puerto Rican. My life, my family is half black. My family is half white. But we're Puerto Rican. Even though I was born in New York, I'm Puerto Rican. Yeah. So I grew up. With the culture. These are controversial topics. I'm not gonna shy away from them. I'm sorry. But these are things that need to be talked about. I'm not trying to defend my behavior or say that I'm right or that I need a special permission or anything like that. But I'm from the hood. I grew up listening to rap music and watching gangster movies and shit like that. I've purchased movies and music and video games, and I grew up with saying the N word. You know, and it's I'm not defending it. It's not right in any setting. It's never gonna be right, but it's my culture. That's how I grew up. Uh, so yeah, I know for a fact because this has already happened to me, and I've on my own accord, I've attempted to stop using the word, but sometimes I get around my people and I forget myself, and I just let myself go and let myself be, and people have to understand that again, I'm not defending the use of the word. However, you have to understand that there's two meanings to that word, and there's actually two words. There's the hard R, and then the age, and if I'm talking to a friend of mine, and I say that that this is how we talk in New York, We insult each other to show affection to each other. You know, you really like, hey, what up, bitch? What up, slut, hoe, all that. You know, we wake up. This is how I talk to my brothers. This is how I talk to my best friends. You know, and you know, I feel like if I'm in any other setting that's not in New York, people see that and they think, oh, why the fuck is he talking like that? So, you know, is there gonna be a fight or something like that? You know, because you can't talk to people like that over here. You know, I'm in Ohio right now, and things are different. You know, everything is very different, and so yeah. So I know for a fact that a lot of you would lose your minds if you heard me say the N word. You know, you would think you would cancel me. You wouldn't want me around you. You wouldn't want to deal with me. You wouldn't want to. You know what I mean? And I can understand that at some level. You know, I'm never gonna know what it's like to be a black person. I'm not black. Look at me. I'm light skinned, whatever you want to call it. I'm not. You know, but I'm not white either. I'm not. You know, there's nothing wrong with being any of that. But the point is, I'm not a black person, you know. So if a black person sees me in the street, you saying, "Yo, what up, my," and this and this and that, you know, they would have a right to be upset with me because they don't know me, they don't know my background, they don't know where I'm from, you know. But I could go to that same person and say, "Hey, you know, I know you're going through hard times, man, but God is good," and nobody would bat an eyelid, nobody would say anything, right? They would say, "Oh, thank you, you know, amen to that. Thank you, brother." You know, thank you for your blessing. Thank you for considering me. This is the same God that's giving me instructions on how to buy slaves. Can we please wake up? Can we please call a spade a spade? Can we please call it what it is? This blows my mind. It completely blows my mind. I just don't get it. You know, you want to go to war with a person that you hear say the N word, but you want to give blessings. You want to give your life for an imaginary whatever you cannot prove. You would give your life. You would give your son. You would give your mother. You would give everything to be in the good graces of this thing that says it's okay to own slaves, right? But who do I have to go to work this out? You know, am I misinterpreting God's words? Am I misinterpreting the Bible? Am I misinterpreting man's word? Who do I have to go to work this out? And why do I have to go to somebody to work this out when the Bible is, you know, it's not supposed to be the God of confusion, right? So am I confused? Did I miss the last? Did I miss a memo? Can somebody explain that to me? Yeah, like I said, these are going to be very uncomfortable conversations, but they need to be had. You know, this is what it is. I'm not very comfortable with a lot of this. You know, if I reach just one person, I would say mission accomplished. You know, just one person, just that's it. You know, but I don't expect to reach anybody. I really don't, because this veil of God or this Bible stuff is so strong. It's so powerful. It has the world engulfed in a dream or what? I don't know what. You know, I'm afraid of death. You know, I'm afraid of dying. I don't know what's gonna happen when I die. I may be in the hands of the Lord. You know, he may judge me and be like, "Depart from me. I never knew you." I'd be okay with that. You know, I'd be okay with that. But you know, if you're a fair, loving, all-knowing God, then entertain my questions. You know, where are you in these matters? Are these your words on this book? Do you live by this? Am I honoring you by honoring this book? Give me that. If you're a fair and loving God, give me that. Or banish me to hell. You know, I've always said I'm gonna end up, if there's a hell, if there isn't a hell, they're gonna make one for me. So you know, entertain me. Give me a minute. You know, I'm at the train station waiting for your arrival. I've been waiting my whole life. Prove me wrong. I want to be so wrong about you. I want to be wrong. I don't want to be right. I don't want to believe that God is cruel. I don't want to believe that God is evil. You know, I don't believe in the devil. I don't worship the devil. I don't worship God. But read the Bible, all right? And if you take a Bible, you presented the Bible to a person in a court of law. They've never heard of the Bible. Go over there, please. They've never heard of the Bible. You give a brand new person a Bible, and they're a lawyer or whatever. There's no way that they're gonna call the devil the bad guy. There's no way. There's no way. Here, I'll explain it to you why. The father of lies did not lie in the Bible. He did not lie. If you read the text properly, you read it exactly for what it is, and you don't listen to man's interpretation of what it's saying. Like I said in the other video, these people whoever wrote these stories, they didn't even bother taking out the bad parts. They just left them right in. They left them right in. And people, they just they hear the message, they take what they want. Go over there. They take what they want and they just ignore the rest. You know, and it's poison. It's literal poison. There's no danger in me believing in Santa Claus. Even if I know Santa Claus is not real and I choose to believe in him, there's no danger in that because Santa Claus is not calling for me to kill anybody. But God, the all-loving God, Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ is, not the same. It's not the same. It's telling me to put my gay son to death. Right? It's not saying love the sinner, hate the sin. It doesn't say that. Those are lukewarm Christians that cannot grapple with today's laws, and they're afraid. They don't want to follow God because they're afraid. But they still want to call themselves Christians. So instead of killing their son the way the Bible calls for them to do, they put them out. That's lukewarm. That's not being a Christian. That's not what the book is calling for you to do. It's calling for you to put them to death. Okay? These are not my words. I'm not asking for you to do this. The book is asking you to do this. Take that book. The next time you see that book, don't swear on it. Don't pass it down to your friend or to your family member. Say, here, I give this to you with love. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm against book burning. I'll make the one exception for the book that calls for me to be burned. I will make that one exception. Burn the fuck out of this Bible. Burn that book. That book doesn't need to be anywhere near anybody. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm not wrong. I am not wrong. This is not based on my emotion. It's not. It's not. Open the book and read it. But then tell me that I'm wrong and tell me that words don't have meanings or that I'm reading it wrong. I'm not reading it wrong. I never graduated high school, but I know how to read. I know how to read. I do. I think I read okay. I'm not bad at it. But yeah. This is what we're dealing with here. This is all very uncomfortable for me. I've already said it. I don't like being on video. Look at me. I'm lazy as hell. I don't even have the dignity of putting a shirt on. All right, I don't want you guys to, I'm not trying to do anything funny here, but just trying to get comfortable. It's very hot and my house is a mess. I don't really care. I'm not here to impress anybody. I have everything I need. I'm unemployed, but I work very hard to make sure that things stay in order and things are functional around me. I care about everything. I do things if I'm gonna do something, I try to do it to the best of my ability. Even if I don't have confidence in myself, I'm not the kind of person that just starts something and quits out of nowhere. I'm a go down with the ship kind of guy, I like to finish what I start, and I started something here. I received a very negative message from the Bible, from the all loving, all knowing God, and that this is my mission. This is not what I chose. You know, this is not what I originally wanted to do. I always want to help people. I always want to make sure people are doing okay. Like I say before, I want everybody to win, and I believe we can all win. But we're not gonna win if we keep following this book. If we keep praising God, if we allow our government to use God against us, and we say Amen instead of saying, "What are you doing? You're not serving me. You're not serving the people anymore. You're serving God now, and God you trust. I don't trust in that God. So why do I have to? What I have to in the country that I was born in? That I'm very I'm gonna say proud because this country can be very disgusting at times. I'll say that. I don't care who gets offended by that. We all know it's the truth. We all see what's going on out there. We all have politicians and people that we just don't have any faith in anymore, and they're running the country, and they're on both sides. They're on both sides. It's a duopoly. Uh, it's you know, if you don't know what a duopoly is, it's like a monopoly is a a business, a person with money or whatever comes in, bu- buys a business and buys all the businesses around that are uh, the same kind of business to the point where it's hard for everybody else to compete. That's a monopoly. Well, a duopoly is like Coke and Pepsi are buying up all the sodas, and now if you want to make a soda, you have to either work for Coke or you have to work for Pepsi. There's no other choice. So it's a duopoly, and it's a game that they're playing with our lives, man. It's all just a big joke. I don't want to run over all the same points all over again. We all know the issues. We're living them. We're watching them. We're watching them fail right in front of us. It's not a failure. It's by design. This is all set up to work against us. This is the country that I was born in. I do love this country. I can't say I'm proud of it. I can't say anything like that when my black father can't go into the same places and feel the same confidence that I do. I can't do it. By definition, I shouldn't even exist if I was born in a different time. I shouldn't even exist because he got together with my white skinned mother and made me, and that was illegal. It was illegal. So by definition, if I was born in a different time, I shouldn't even exist. So should we all just sit back and be content with the rules that are dominating us right now? We shouldn't fight. We shouldn't be woke. We shouldn't be woke. Let's stop misusing that word. The word simply means aware. That's really all the word is meant to mean. You're aware of the injustice around you. Stop trying to use it for something that is not. If I'm your boss and you find out that I'm paying you less than everybody else and you become aware of that, guess what? You're woke. It doesn't matter if I'm black, white, orange. It doesn't matter what I am. It doesn't matter what you are. It doesn't matter if you're white, black. It doesn't matter what you are. The moment you become aware of that, you become woke. Now, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with that? I'm I'm a powerless person. I have no power. I have no real power. I have nothing. All I have is this voice, this brain in my head, this deteriorating lump of mush in my skull. That's all I have. That's all I have. That's the only power I have. But this is I'm boiling over with anger every single day because race relations and human relations are very important to me, and I don't even have to turn the news on to see how we're treating each other. You know, um, yeah, it's just everywhere, and I watched this TV show. I don't know if you guys know of Scrubs. This Dr. Cox. he tells his boss that we're bastard colored bastards with bastard filling, and I believe, we are what we are. Sometimes we're great and sometimes we're terrible. It doesn't matter what you do. Somebody's gonna either benefit or not benefit from it. It doesn't matter what you do. It's just the way of life. This phone that I'm talking on right now is filled with all sorts of technologies that I can't even conceive, made of gold and silver and all kind of minerals that people have to go and literally slave for me to use this technology. That doesn't. I think about that stuff every day. My brain is cramped with thinking about injustice and thinking about how I can make the world better and thinking about all these crazy things running through my head, and it never stops. I can't turn my brain off. I just can't. You know, I'm having a conversation with you, and even if I'm following everything you're saying and I'm repeating everything back, these thoughts are still swimming in my brain. I'm thinking about that kid that I just walked by in the street that I see with no shoes on, and I have no money to help them, and it burns me inside. It hurts. It's a physical feeling that I feel. It hurts me. It literally hurts me. You know, you can believe that or not, but that's what I feel inside. It bothers me because I want to see everybody win. You know, I want to see everybody win. My mom used to say, I love you for free. It was such a beautiful term. I don't know where it came from. I don't know where she got it from, but it's such beautiful words. And it's I wanna live that. I wanna help you. I don't want anything in exchange. I don't want your gratitude. I don't even care if you're grateful or not. If I can help you, I don't care if you know it or not. I want to help you. I don't care about the credit. I don't care about money. I don't care about any of that. I've never look at how I live. I live how I want to live. I don't. I've never had any interest in money. I don't have a vehicle. I don't have fancy clothes. I look like a bum. I dress like a bum. None of that matters to me. All that matters is that I get out there every day and I do what I have to do. That's all that matters. That my family is taken care of. I got a roof over my head. My daughter's fed. My wife is, happy. She's working. Everything is great. Everything is, as good as it can be. That's all I ask for. If it gets anything lower than that, then I have to, step up and do some things that I might not be proud of. But I have to take care of my family. I have to take care. If it's just me, it's just me. I don't care. I'm a leaf. I'm a leaf floating in the wind. But now this leaf is responsible for a tree, a family tree, and I have to nourish that. So I'm not just a leaf floating in the wind anymore. I'm somebody. I say I'm nobody, but I'm somebody to somebody. Somebody calls me father, you know, and that's important to me. It's something I take seriously. So I'm not just gonna frivolously take these Bible verses or this so-called God and just run with it just because that's what everybody else is doing. This is not a popular opinion. I'm not interested in being popular. I'm not interested in any of that. The truth is more important to me because it matters. It matters. In my last video, I said how it doesn't matter if I believe in Santa Claus. Santa Claus is not calling me for me to kill anybody. But it matters if I believe in Yahweh and He's asking me to kill my neighbor. That matters. That matters. Whether I believe He's true or not, if I, that stuff matters. I, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm receiving a phone call. But yeah, think about what I said, and don't. I'm an atheist, all right? And your Bible, your religion, your people, the people that pray the way you do, they've made me the enemy. I'm the enemy. I'm a pariah. I'm a heretic amongst my own people. And I don't, yeah. Uh, I'm just gonna leave it there. But think about what I said and try to reflect a cohesive message and get back to me and let me know what you think. It's important because this stuff is happening. It's a well-oiled machine. It's out of your control. If you somehow changed your mind and agreed with everything that I'm saying, we got a hell of a fight ahead of us. But if you're just going along to get along, then you're in the right place. You're ripe for abuse. You're you're all that. You know. Don't turn your brain off. Think. Thank you.